Sure.
But that's all right. It's me and you. We got a special kind of friendship.
I am not your friend.
Sure you are. Fishing buddy?
Well, there we go. Yay. We're back, guys. How y'all doing? Hope everybody had a good day. Yeah. Oh, look who's got a mustache. I know.
What the fuck?
That's the character from Family Guy. When
Yeah, you need to stop sniffing glue, Gary.
Peter Griffin grew a mustache, and he's like, gets all excited. He goes, oh, look who's got a mustache. Yeah, Peter Griffin. I know.
Gay?
Oh, he's totally gay. He is his character. And I love those voices. You know, for the first couple of years, well, I'd say the first 5 years was some of the funniest Family Guy. It was really experimental, and I like that shit. And now it's not so funny, but they have moments. You and I still watch it together, and there are moments where it's funny. I think Family Guy has less fuel in it than American Dad sometimes, because I think American Dad is, you know, now got other people helping run the show, so it's more edgy and is prone to being dirty without getting overly political.
I think they're running out of ideas. Family Guy, that is, because they did 2 episodes around COVID that we both didn't watch.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't even watch it. Yeah, fuck that noise. By the way, totally true. By the way, on that photo on my Facebook page, absolutely, one of my gayest friends said, "Yeah, you're gay." Former producer of this show, Craig Edwards, and still one of my oldest, dearest friends. Fucking love that guy. But yeah, he. I don't even have a picture of that. I should go get it. Where's it at? Let me go see if I can find that picture.
Are you talking about the 80s one? Stop talking bad about Chinatsky. He's here.
Oh man, I was so set to talk shit.
Gay, homosexual, we're pro LGBT. It seems that's how we get our views. The algorithm just goes, wait, you've promoted LGBT? Yes, we have. Views.
Yeah, because that attracts the modern audience, right?
Oh, honey, he's not talking to us. Honey, stop. He's not talking to us. He's on the phone.
No one's buying your bullshit.
Oh, my God.
It's like you're deeply closeted, and I highly respect it, sir.
So here it is, guys. I gave them a few photos from today, and that's what ChatGPT made for the 80s look.
In your case, it's the Gadies.
Yeah, and I even wrote a story about this version of me that's pretty funny. And then Mac, he wrote an even longer diatribe about who this guy is. And so anyway, let's say hi to everybody. Let's see. We got Gambit in the chat. We've got Snorty right behind. I mean, Gambit's been here since like 1:12. 1:12.
That would have given you time to watch the movie, Gambit.
Oh, he didn't see the movie?
No.
You've been here since 1:00.
It's only 1 hour 40 minutes. You could have watched it.
Yeah, it's an hour and 40 minutes, dude. And you play it like I do a lot of the time at 1.2 or 1.3 speed. So it's a little faster, not so much to where it gets really weird, but it's just like suddenly it's like, I don't remember that song being played that fast. That's what it's like. And you could have watched the fucking movie. Anyway, I'm not going to give you shit. Good to see you again, but good to see you, Snorty. How? And of course, our dear friend 11 Alpha is here. And Davey's here. What's up, Davey? Hi, Davey.
We have a Crusader raid.
By the way, I have a video that I'm going to get for Davey Dread when he's here, and it's really good. There's a show, an animated show that I watched as a kid, and I'm trying to remember the name of it. It was a Christian show that was on Sunday mornings, not Saturdays. I think it was on, and I think it was called Goliath and Davey or some shit like that. And I'll look it up real quick.
The claymation one with the dog?
Yes.
I think that's Davey and Goliath, because that's after David and Goliath.
And the dog is Goliath.
Yeah, I remember was SNL made fun of it because basically it was the dog was telling him to kill people. I'm only supposed to follow good.
Oh, I remember that one.
Davey. Dog spelled backwards.
Let's see if I can find it. I'll find it. And the dog would like go, "Huh, Davey?" It's like so weird. And I tried watching it as an adult, and it's like, no, man, I need to drop some shrooms or something to watch this shit.
Am I allowed to pull your gay 80s photo down?
And they made fun of it on Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, with a show called Moral Oracle or
Moral Oral.
Yeah, and that show is fucking bizarre. I watched the shit out of that. That guy was very creative.
Guy I know, Ken Pontac, who was involved with claymation, fucking hated them because they like screwed him over or some shit like that. I'm trying to remember.
And Mikey is here. What's up, Mike? Through that, no time.
Yeah, Ken had worked on was it Bump in the Night? I think it was Gary and Mike, which is the other like kind of adult claymation show that was in the 90s or 2000s.
I was talking to somebody the other day, I can't remember who, but it came up that like the first thing I ever did as a professional was when I was in 5th grade, and Andy Moore, who's still a friend of mine, paid me like $1 to draw a Mr. Bill comic. It was 2 pages, and it was Mr. Hands was they were visiting London, the Tower of London, and he takes him to the fucking dungeon, and Mr. Hand and Mr. Sluggo gets him on the rack and pulls him apart. Oh no! Paid me a buck or two for that.
Look out, Mr. Bill, it's Jack the Ripper. Oh
no! Hey, Mr. Hans. Hey, Mr. Bill. He was such a normal voice. I thought we would visit the Tower of London today. Oh no, this sounds like it's going to go the wrong way. No, it'll be fun. Hey, and look who's here waiting for us. Your best friend, Mr. Sluggo. Tortures him. These are just shit. And the British character with the sunglasses. Oh, dude, don't Gambit. We're gonna get into this shit. I tolerated fucking Ben Stiller for a long time because I really don't think he is funny, but I like a lot of shit that he puts into his movies, and I like the other characters a lot. Like that movie he did with Philip Seymour Hoffman, God rest his soul. I miss that guy. What a great actor. And in fact, he was the back when Mac and even Ultra Rob was involved with that. We were going to make that our movie, The New Vikings. And Mac said the person he would pick to play me was Philip Seymour Hoffman. This is back in early 2000s. And we were set to try to do an independent film. We had people agreed to come on, and we were going to do some funding for it through the college, the university here. And I can't even remember what the fuck happened. I know we shot one film, and Mac was late to the set. And I was the producer, plus I was just one of the characters in the movie. And he was like 45 minutes late one morning. And he's the fucking director, the writer director. And he showed up, and I was like, well, I gotta go. And I fucking left, and I went in the other room and went to work. So I was doing some work. And he came in like, man, what's going on? And I said, we had an hour to shoot. And I told you that yesterday. And you're almost an hour late. And it's like, that's it. I have no more time. I got to go do my work. He got so angry, he put his fist in the wall. I thought it was hilarious because I know how to push his buttons. He wasn't late again after that. If Mephisto shows up, can someone remember to ask him how Goliath is pronounced in Hebrew? I get the feeling it's 2 syllables, not 3.
He won't show
No.
up because he's doing a show at the exact same time because America already did the jump and Israel hasn't yet.
But Alpha saved that question because he might pop into the chat before he leaves and goes to bed.
But
Just
that's exactly when we end the show. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, but by the way, so my daughter created a group for her, me, Mac, and Ultra Rob to hang out, chat. And she stirred the pot the other night. It was hilarious by saying, hey, remember that movie you guys wanted to make, the script that was really funny called The New Vikings? She goes, like, I think that, and then she said that if I were to cast it, I would have Jack Black play Dad and have Steve Zahn play Mac, and I would have what's that dude that was Ant-Man?
Rudd?
Yeah, Paul Rudd play Ultra Rob. And oh God, Mac lost his fucking mind. I'm Jack Black. I was Jack Black before Jack Black. And it's true, he really was. And then she messaged me privately. She goes, I'm just trying to fuck with him and see what he does.
She's got that from you.
Yeah, she gets it from me. She's just fucking with Mac, trying to get him all stirred up. That's some funny shit, man. Stiller seems intent on letting Hollywood political derangement syndrome tarnishes. Too many of them are, Alpha, and you got to let them. No. What are you going to do? You can't talk sense to these people. You really can't.
Here's the thing with it. If you go against the group consensus, you are just going to be cut off and your career is going to be destroyed. So you have to do one of the two things. Either go along with it or have your career destroyed.
Pretty much.
And it sucks.
Dude, I have people on Facebook. I never post on there anymore because it's literally, current president is responsible for X, Y, Z. Don't get me wrong. He's got faults with it, but it's not like the sun does not revolve around said man.
Yeah, I know. I don't really talk much. I keep up with the news. I don't have a real problem with some of the things he's doing. I just want to make sure we're not getting fucked. The people.
I mean, we're getting fucked, period, either way, because it's a bipartisan effort because they get money.
I will have sex as long as it's going both ways. As Alec Baldwin would say, years before he shot that woman and murdered her, if you, if you're doing something, both of you should get your fortune cookie at the end of the meal. It's a simple rule to live by. And oh my fucking God, what the fuck are you doing? IMDb has lost its fucking mind. And
I mean, it's
Jonah
just.
Hill, he wonders.
I mean, the real threats to us now are just that there's too much money for perpetual wars. So, the banking industry and the military-industrial complex, and there's going to be no peace in the world because there's too much money in having people kill each other perpetually.
Well, I love the idea of completely pounding the IRSG into the ground because they're evil. They're just evil. I'm not talking about God evil. I'm talking about human evil. They're fucking evil. I'm technically agnostic. So, when I talk about evil, I've seen evil, and they should be pounded into dust. Not one of them should be allowed to live because they'll try to come back again. They'll start building again. I know these fucking lunatics. They will. Religious zealots are fucking frightening to me. But the ones that scare me the most are the ones who are actively killing people and oppressing them.
Why are we talking about dark shit like that?
Yeah, let's move on.
I didn't start it. Cool that you thought it making an independent movie. No, I've made film, Gambit. I've shot films. I've won awards for some of my films. I just I lost interest in it because I didn't like working with people. I had a really good editor, really nice guy, clean cut looking, parts his hair down the side kind of guy. Always wore a suit jacket, fucking heroin junkie. He was the most, other than Mac, probably the only other unreliable person I ever met, just completely unreliable. And I remember telling him one day, I said, man, I love your work, but I want to beat you to death. I want to grab you right now and just beat you to death. And he's like, are you going to hurt me? And I'm like, no, I'm not, because I have restraint, which is why I will never become a junkie. And he goes, I'm not a junkie. I said, you're a user of heroin, dude. It was a falling out. I hated having, but I just can't fucking stand being around people who are abusive to anything, like anything that alters you as a person. I don't like it with potheads, man. They annoy the shit out of me. I don't care if you occasionally partake in it, but good God, if it's an everyday thing that you do throughout a day, fuck completely off, man. I'm not telling you you're a terrible person. I just don't want to be around people like that. I really hated the Fargan movie, so I shot it dead. Oh my God.
I mean, hell, give me $10 million. I'll get a movie made, but who's going to give me $10 million? It's kind of the issue.
I used to work in independent films, mainly involving pizza deliveries to co-eds. I remember co-eds came into the dorm one time when I was in fake college, and all of us were like, had our doors open, aired rooms out. That's what you do on a good sunny day. You just kind of open your hall door, and people just walk right up, lean into your door, knock on it. And I look up and there are these two beautiful little bombshell blondes standing at the door with the big old fucking boxes and in their arms, like they're holding them. And I said, what's going on? And they said, we're from whatever their fucking sorority was. And said, we're doing a, what do you call it, a drive to make money. And we're selling donuts. And I walked over and I opened it. My roommate lost his shit when I said this. I said, oh, did you glaze them yourself?
And there's the asshole we know.
And she goes, yes. And I went, I will buy a dozen. And I did. I bought a dozen donuts from her. And she laughed, not understanding the fucking sick joke I just made. David and Goliath derive from...
I don't understand it either, for what it's worth.
That's okay. David and Goliath derive from 1 Samuel 17.
Anima, the implication is that she used certain excretions from her body.
You didn't have to explain that to her. It was okay her not knowing.
Yeah. It really was. Because that's not funny. That's just fucking gross.
That was the joke. And,
It's not
'cause it was
funny.
gross.
It's gross. Gross isn't funny.
Well, some people seem to not agree with you because they laugh.
Well, I outgrew that stage, as you should have when you reach my age. That's
You know
funny to
what?
5-year-olds.
I love you, but fuck off with judging me when I was younger. I was like 20 years old, 19. I was 19. No, I wasn't. I was 18. 18.
Yeah, and women don't forget.
This was the final time Arlie Emery appeared on film before succumbing to his pneumonia in 2018.
Oh shit, you forgot. We wanted to open the show differently today. I forgot to. The clip you made.
Yeah, I know.
Damn.
And with all the depressing things out of the way, let's, I guess, start the film. It's been about 20.
Yep.
I'm already on something else right now.
That's all right. I did it.
No. Oh, well, fucking shit.
What?
What is it?
Oh.
It looks like a toy. Whoa. What the fuck is that?
What's going on up here?
We got company.
What in the hell are you people doing in my yard?
Hi. Sorry, we're the Neighborhood Watch. We're just out on a nightly patrol. How you doing? I'm Evan Troutwood.
I got your neighborhood watch right here, sweet lips.
Sweet lips. Yeah, that movie's full of that kind of humor, by the way. The whole jizz thing. You know.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. If you don't like it, that's your fucking business, but don't judge me for it. That really will fucking annoy me. You want to annoy me, that's the way to do it. Judge me because I my sense of humor. That'll make me want to be around somebody.
I'm not judging anything. I'm just
you're
not finding it funny.
The fuck you're not. It's exactly what you did. Go back and listen to what you fucking said to me. So enjoy that. So yeah, it's fucking sad that he died. God damn. Arlie Ermy was the shit. And I've, if not for working for Dale Dye, I would have never had that opportunity to finally meet him. And what a dude, man. What a dude. And he did a lot of other work after The Watch. He worked on he was in The Voice, Kung Fu Panda. He did one of the Call of Duties. I can't remember which one it was. He even made an appearance, but he recorded it a year before. But he did a couple of episodes of The Simpsons. And one of them was like the 25th season, shit like that, something ridiculous. And then he did something for Disney before he died, but he did not work on another movie. The last time we saw him on screen was in this movie.
And it was a great appearance.
I concur.
Grumpy old neighborhood guy. I was hoping we'd get more than the one scene, but you just get that and then a phone call and then he gets kind of eaten.
I kind of hoped that we would, have an outtake showing him being eaten. Yeah, him get cut away to him being attacked and eaten, and his military pulling a fucking Hudson from Aliens. You want some of this? You want some? How'd that taste? Because when you say that, it's like when I do headshots in a game like Call of Duty, I'll ask the guy I shot. I say, "How'd that taste?"
Yeah, I know.
And his military experience shaped the notion of what he was doing in Full Metal Jacket. Well, look, he helped bring about a realistic depiction of what DEIs and drill sergeants are like. DIs for the Marine Corps and drill sergeants in the Army. And fuck, man, they say some of the most fucked up, funny shit to you. I mean, god damn, they're like comedians with the shit they say, but don't you get caught laughing. I like this scene because they're over at Costco, and they actually, Anna was telling me that they have Costco style stores over there too in Austria that she's gone to. And, they just basically have everything under one roof.
I haven't
And
been
I
to
thought
them
it was,
because you need a business card to be allowed to shop there. You need
you got to shop there. Here in the US, you have one version for just anybody. And I think it was $25 when I joined Sam's Clubs, but I think it's up to $45 now. And businesses, I think it's like $100 to get that 1 year. And you go in there and you buy basically marked down to wholesale, and you're buying in bulk. And boy, oh boy, the money I've saved buying steaks and pork roast from them, just a lot of money. His military experience, yeah, got that. He made the funniest Geico commercial, yeah, but they pulled it because of something he said about the Irish president. Oh, it was his role in the Boys and Company C that showed what he could bring to DI roles. Well, I'm going to tell you something. He was good in that film, but if you go back and watch it, that's back before he had his teeth fixed. He made just enough money off of that movie, Boys and Company C, to fix his teeth. Interesting, Gary and Anima, that they borrowed it from
They
Austria.
didn't. Every
I don't
country has
know
their
about
version
that.
for businesses to buy in bulk.
Yeah.
It's just not a paid membership that anyone can get here. I think it's even free, but you have to prove that you own a business.
Here,
allowed to shop there.
anybody can fucking be a member. But if you're a business, you get better deals. And I think it's $100 for businesses. And then I could be wrong on that, but it's about $45, I think. And that's for Sam's Club. I don't know what Costco charges. I really don't. I've never been a member, but we have one here.
Man, he just showed him his tattoo, uncovered. Fresh tattoo, and he has his sleeve over it.
This
Stuff like
fucking
that
dude,
always makes me... Ugh.
I laugh so fucking hard because he seems like such a nice guy and he's a fucking piece of shit. Security guard, he's crap.
Oh,
So
he is, yeah.
I don't mind that he got smoked early in the film.
I mean,
like that.
Ben Stiller allows him to take stuff, like something to drink, something to eat, and
You
he
can have
goes
some-
fucking raid the pharmacy.
Yeah, he's like popping pills. Oh my God, man. And I couldn't believe that they fucking armed him. I'm like, you need to have a license to do that, or a permit, not a license. Permit in some places to be an armed security guard. You have to show that you're like trained. It's mildly satirical. I think that was kind of the last good film that fucking asshole made, the director. Sidney J. Fury just popped into my head. God, what a prick.
It's kind of a weird genre that came out because around this time, there was Paul Blart, and there was it, Observe and Report, that one where Seth Rogen is the security guy. All the basic same comedy, which is that you're not really an authority, but you're kind of one.
I could not stand the one with Seth Rogen. Hated it. I was okay with Paul Blart. I laughed my ass off at it. It was an underdog story. I like underdog stories.
Kind of annoyed me because before all those came out, I had an idea, and it was based on actual experience dealing with the mall guy. And it was going to be that the mall guy, security guy, was the antagonist. His name was Fernando.
Fernando.
And he took his job way too seriously. Where it's like basically a borderline dictator.
He's a penis potato. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this because somebody brought it up in the chat, and I think it was Gambit. that he can't stand Richard Ayoade, and I can't either. I don't think he's funny.
He's not.
I have, because I'm a regular watcher of the show 8 out of 10 Cats, and I actually like that show. But when he's on, there's like 3 comedians in particular, or comedic people that he'll have on. I don't think is funny at all. It's like 90% of the time unfunny, and he's kind of funny like 10% of the time, or if you go by tens, 1% of the time. But if you've never seen that show, it's actually really good. It's called 8 out of 10 Cats. Weird fucking name.
Yeah.
I mean, if I watch British comedy, I usually like going for some of the sketch stuff, like that Mitchell and Webb look. That's a fun one. Was it French and Saunders?
Yeah. By the way, one of the things I wanted to point out that was kind of cool about this film is Vince Vaughn. One of the big selling points for doing this movie was that he's a dad of a teenage girl, and he just fucking loved that whole idea, and that was the selling point for doing this movie, was being a dad frustrated with his fucking teenage daughter.
Vince has had a
Crying on her on
really
Facebook.
Vince has had a really weird career trajectory because he tried to be very serious in the early 2000s, then he just switched to comedies, and now he's like dark action hero guy now.
Oh, he's still doing comedy.
Yeah.
Bad Monkey, hello.
Oh, I love his
That shit's
look,
fun.
man. Vince
Oh,
Vaughn
I didn't see that one, so
has only been in one shitty movie, Psycho, the remake, and I don't blame him for that. He was actually good in it. He was wrong, though. He was miscast, in my opinion. Quentin Tarantino's movie Django Unchained was going to have more of Seth, or what is his name? Not Seth, the fat kid in the movie.
Jonah
the fat guy
Hill.
in the movie. Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill was supposed to be in more of Quentin Tarantino's film, but because of his commitment to this film, he wasn't able to do it. And by the way, one of the funny things I learned is he spent like 2 weeks learning how to use a butterfly knife for his scene. Training, practicing.
2 weeks. Wow, that's
funny.
long.
Yeah. Now, I also want to point out, this guy Will Forte is somebody I fucking adore. And I don't know why I like him so much, but it's because he puts so fucking much effort into being unlikable.
Oh, he's an asshole in this movie.
But you end up liking him, and you feel sorry for him all the time. And it's, oh God, yeah, the death of this fucking security guard, the grossness of it, and the way he greets him as the cop. You're not allowed here. Oh wait, you said you're the manager, so I guess you are allowed here. I'm like, what? Guy's a fucking idiot.
Then he asks him to identify his friend. He's been ripped to pieces. How do you identify that?
I know, right?
He's basically spread over the door.
Are you all right?
And of course, he meets him at Costco, the Vince Vaughn character. There's friction like from the very get-go, because Vince Vaughn's one of those, just fucking saying and doing whatever, and this guy is restrained and a fucking micromanager. Micromanagers are some of the most annoying fucking people I've ever known.
Oh, hell yeah.
I remember I had a manager one time. I won't say his name because I still know him and I do like him. I just didn't like him as manager. And I turned to him one time when he was trying to tell me to do something. I said, you're micromanaging when you do that. And he looked at me and I said, that micromanagement isn't a masculine trait, right? And he couldn't fire me.
Yeah, I was about to go. It's like, And that's when he fired you.
Nope, couldn't fire me. I wasn't in his department, and he kept trying to do things to manage my department, which was I was in IT, and we just sort of had our own rules. And like one time, he tried to get me to wear nice clothes, like a suit, and a tie. And I looked at him, and I'm standing there in fucking shorts, khaki shorts and a fucking black T-shirt with Batman on it. And I looked at him, and I went into this fucking diatribe. I said, "Do you know the ugly girlfriend principle?" And I made it up on the spot. And he goes, "No, I've never heard of it." And I said, "Okay, so you got like this ugly girlfriend, and this is hypothetically, you got this really ugly girlfriend, and you really love her, and you kind of feel bad that she's so ugly. So you go out and you spend like $1,000 on cosmetics, and you take her and you show, she gets trained how to do makeup. And then like you also spend another couple $1,000 to doll her up into like dresses and have her hair done, and in the end you spend like $5,000 to make her beautiful. And there she is standing there all dolled up, and she's still fucking ugly. I'm your ugly girlfriend. Stop dressing me up. You're not gonna make me look the way you want." And I walked away. And Craig's like, "I've never heard of that before. Where did that come from?" I said, "I made it up at the time. It's just popped into my head as a way to explain to this guy, leave me the fuck alone. And if you guys ever want to borrow that, because somebody's trying to change you, you can have it."
This
Mel
is so
Rodriguez-
funny. He's completely disrespectful in Ben Stiller's house, just touching everything, pulling the babushka doll apart.
Oh my God, when he put, hey kid, there's another one inside.
He has never seen one of those. Like,
I've got to follow this to the end. There's
Yeah.
another one. Like, oh my God.
mind blown.
Babushka. Fucking Russian doll. Mel Rodriguez, who was in the background there, is pretty good character actor. No, let me tell you something. He and Will Forte starred together in Last Man on Earth TV show, which I loved that first, and really going into the second season. I really enjoyed the shit out of that show. That was a fun fucking show. And he played the really nice Hispanic homeowner that he meets, and they become friends. When pretty much the entire earth is dead. It's like 70% of life is gone, human life on the planet, from this fucking virus.
Enough about Patton Oswalt.
Yeah, fuck that guy. But I just really like the guy too. I totally agree with you on that, Alpha. I like Mel Rodriguez. Good too. By the way, I want to give you a little treat. My dad would drive me insane when he would say that last name. Do you know how my dad said that? Anybody want to take a guess? Any of you two?
Rodriguez.
I'm pretty sure he butchered it.
Rodriguez. That's how
Oh,
my dad
God.
would say it. Rodriguez.
Ouch.
Rodriguez. And I'm like,
Oh,
"It's
I was close.
Rodriguez." And he goes, "Rodriguez." I'm like, "Stop saying it that way. You're killing Mexicans when you say that.
Yeah.
They're dying."
I'm sure
Every
he
time you say
started
that name,
saying
you
it that way on purpose then afterwards because you told him that.
He had a soldier in his unit. And that was my dad would tell me these stories as a kid. And for years, I thought that was how that name was pronounced. And then I learned in school, that's not how because I had a Mexican friend. And that's not how it's pronounced. And so I came home and I said, "Dad, that name, I was told that's actually Rodriguez." And he goes, "Well, that's not how I learned it from my friend." I'm like going, "I'm pretty sure if he was Mexican, he knew not to pronounce it that way. You just don't know how to fucking read Spanish." Okay. I at least try my best. to figure out how to pronounce names. And I'm always open to learning. But yeah, again, no, I fucking love that guy. Good fucking actor, fat. He's usually like a stocky character, balding. A great fucking little actor. The plot of this movie makes me of a very underrated 80s. Oh, reminds you of a very underrated 80s movie I've seen called, oh my God, Jim Belushi and John Ritter. Yes, I know the fucking movie, Slasher Fred. I came out of nowhere, went straight to video, and I fucking rented the shit out of that. I would go back and I would pay to rent it again, even though it was still at home. I want to continue renting this because I would watch it over and over again. I think that's one of those films that I had so long they sold it to me for like $15 or $20 because I just wouldn't take it back. So yeah, I totally get that, and I see a little bit of that in this too. I get it, but that movie's a little more insane.
More insane than this one. This is pretty insane.
It's very, very government. Here it is again. Jim. Yeah, I know the film. Gambit. I know the film. I said it already. Hey, Sally Forth is here.
Eclay is here too.
We have her video in this studio. Yes, we do. Boom.
Pick yourselves up and Sally fuck! Sally fuck! Sally Forth.
Sally Forth. Anyway.
We need to do the snorty too. Since you're already in there.
Hi, Daisy.
You know, I do wonder if all the disclosure stuff is actually going to happen. There's going to be confirmation. How do aliens feel about this kind of shit if they've been watching it?
We'll never get full disclosure. It's never going to happen. Does this British character have the false notion of what an American looks and how he behaves?
No, he just thinks the world is like they show in pornos, and he watches too many of them.
And by the way, this character is creepy as shit, and I love the actor. A very good fucking actor. That's the actor who played Dr. Manhattan in Watchmen, the movie, not that stupid TV show.
My penis is
Moronic.
blue.
It's not just stupid. It's a fucking moronic, racist piece of crap. And is anybody else freaked out by how much weight Jonah Hill has lost?
He looks
fucking
ill.
weird.
No.
He looks weird.
He doesn't look right.
I mean, you can get lipo. I mean, he's got enough money. He can get lipo. There's orthopedic, all this crazy weight loss shit.
His face looks fucking weird. It's all triangular shaped now. By the way, Rosemary DeWitt is so gorgeous as playing his wife, Ben Stiller's wife. Also, it's sexy as hell when she says, "Go kill some aliens," to him at the end. Kill him for me.
But he's being an ass and lying to her.
Well,
Because she wants a baby and he's shooting blanks, not telling her.
I understand that he's embarrassed. He's ashamed. You know, I get that. But, you know, if somebody is like in that state like she is, I think it's wrong to fucking not just fucking face the truth.
Yeah,
But
because in the end, she's going to blame herself, and you don't want that when it's not her fault.
But that's his character arc. He's a pussy.
Yeah, he is.
And he goes from being a pussy to a real husband, a real man by the end of the film.
Well, that's, you know, this is a fantasy film because Ben Stiller will never do that in real life.
Oh, no. No. Does the British character have...
Yeah, you already read that one.
Well, he's British, and he doesn't hide his British accent. Had a crush on Jonah before he lost weight. I liked the way he looked. He looks normal as a stocky guy. He just does. It's his look. I thought he was great in The Wolf of Wall Street.
Probably his best performance.
That biopic Seth Rogen made when they were young in high school. I mean, Jonah wasn't even, he was too old, but he sold it, man. You believed he was in high school. He looked like a lot of the dumpy guys I knew in school. You know, I fucking liked it. I liked it. I liked that movie too. Let's see, Wolf of Wall Street. I got to tell you something else about that film. I told the story today where Jonah Hill and DiCaprio, and a lot of people don't know this. DiCaprio's a prankster, like Mel Gibson level prankster, and he kept fucking with like Jonah, and so Jonah got him back. It's in the sushi eating scene, and originally Jonah was supposed to take the last piece of sushi, and DiCaprio, the way they rehearsed it was he goes, hey, go ahead and take that last piece. And he says, you want that last piece? Go ahead and take it. And when the scene happens, they shoot it, Jonah goes, no, it's okay. You have it. And so following the acting, you know, of what's happening, he did it. So DiCaprio ate the fucking piece of sushi. And they did like 20, 30 takes. And he kept having to eat this. And finally he got sick as shit. And that was Jonah getting back at him for all the pranks he played on him. And behind the camera, I just forgot his name. Great director, Italian director. Forgot his name again. Scorsese. Fucking laughing. He's like hiding and covering his face, laughing at what Jonah did to him. Good prank. I liked it in Guzman too, by the way. Like Luis Guzman is like one of my favorite actors. I fucking love that dude. A movie I want to do that's in the vein of this film, it's called Waiting. And it's a movie about what it's like working in the service industry at a restaurant. And it stars Ryan Reynolds, Luis Guzman, Dane Cook is in it, the cute chick from the Scary Movie franchise, and then I can't remember that actress who's got the scary pussy in the movie. It's like she fucking you don't see it. She flashes Ryan Reynolds, and Reynolds goes, "It's so angry."
What?
It's fucking funny. He goes, "Oh my god, it's so angry," when he sees her pussy. It's like, oh, it's funny as hell. I like that film because Dane Cook, I knew a lot of fucking short order cooks like him. And I wasn't a waiter, even though I did some waiting. I was a cook. I was always in the kitchen, you know, and I was not one of those people. No 3-second rule with me. Man, if it hits the floor, it goes in the trash. And but I knew a lot of guys that had that 3-second rule. And they have a funny moment where it drops and he's trying to get it, and he goes, "Hey man," Luis Guzman, "Hey man, 3-second rule, man." He goes, "Oh, thank God I got it in 3 seconds, because otherwise we're gonna have to call it the 5-second rule." And I'm like, yeah, that's about the way short order cooks think sometimes. But that's him right there, honey. That's Mel playing the other cop there, the fat cop with the mustache. Mel Rodriguez, and he is a very good actor. He's very funny.
Oh, that scene annoyed me because he is on TV, the cop, and telling the public to do something to make the neighborhood safer because the city only has 8 cops. They form a neighborhood watch, and he's not happy about it. Like, what the
We're
fuck?
like 2,000 people. Yeah, it's like 2,000 people, 8 cops.
Yeah, but then they form a neighborhood watch, and he's not happy about it. Like, what the fuck do you want, dude? Make up your mind.
Let's see. I do remember there was some controversy when this came out because apparently there'd been some kind of scandal where Neighborhood Watch like killed someone or something like that.
Yeah, it was down in Florida, and they portrayed the guy who shot this black kid with a hoodie as a white person. He was in Cuban, but he was white because he shot a black guy, but he was Cuban. The media is so fucking retarded. Man, I swear to God.
They are.
Oh yeah, Sally knows the movie. Waiting is a classic movie, a zany movie about what it's like working in the service industry and some of the fucking people you got to deal with.
Oh, they're getting egged in the stadium.
Oh my god, this egging
So
is
gross.
so gross because there's like chunks and shit, and it's like so vomitous.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luis is something else, man. I fucking love that dude. Like, okay, look, what was that movie that we have on the list to see with from Arnold when he's a sheriff of a town and his gangster's going to be coming through and he's going to stop him?
The Last Stand.
The Last Stand. I fucking love that movie. They're going through this storage place looking for weapons and they find Conan's sword. But it's not Arnold that handles it. It's fucking Luis Guzman who does the Conan pose. It's fucking great. Zimmerman. I know that he was not technically caucasoidal. That's all I know.
I do think Arnold, though, is too old now. I know he's doing Conan and like Predator and other stuff, but I'm like going, he's past that point.
Nope. I watched him from last year. He did the whole sword thing. And he did
He
the
still
whole
has it.
routine. He's got it, dude. He's got it. And he's not going to be the action hero in this one. He'll be a hero. But I am hoping upon all hope that somebody has half a brain to get his son to play his son in the movie.
Would be great.
I mean, come on. That kid is got his fucking body, everything. Oh, man. I fucking look forward to this movie. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
like
I do not
do
agree
his
at all.
son for Predator. Like just
What do you mean, do his son? That's
yeah.
a weird way of phrasing that.
I mean cast.
You mean take him out or cast him or have sex with him?
I mean cast him. I mean in like do that. Like for
Okay,
Predator.
okay.
If they bring Dutch back, have his son play him. Because that's what they're doing supposedly. I'm going Old Man Conan I can kind of see.
Well, it's King Conan.
Yeah.
And of course that he's old. But what I want to see from that movie is to see a lot of action, but without him. And then in the final battle, see him have to fight again. And he brings it. And I'm going to tell you right now, people are going to lose their shit. It's going to be fucking awesome. But I'm sad though, because look, I love John Milius. So I fucking love him. I don't know why they said no to his script. I really don't. But his daughter saying that there's only one script to use and saying that's the only one, or it's not going to be good. I don't agree. I think that we have a chance as long as they don't fucking repeat what they did with Conan Destroyer, because that was just not a very good film.
Or the Momoa Conan.
Fuck, Mary, kill.
Okay. Do you have your own take on that?
I don't know. I guess I do, at least according to Reed.
The way I'm reading it with this, you just go F, Mary, kill. That's an interesting name, sir.
Yep.
What's your name? F, Mary, kill.
I have seen The Hard Way, but I've never seen Carlito's Way. And I'm not sure why. I think Sean Penn plays a bit part because I don't like him. I also don't like him as an actor. There's like only a couple of films where I liked him in the film. One of them is at Close Range. I thought he was great in that fucking movie.
What are you talking about? Sean Penn was great in Team America.
Shut up, Isaac. Okay, this scene fucking kills me that they got to stick their fingers in the holes. And I'm like, oh my God.
With the ball, yeah.
Oh my God. The fucking juvenile humor that Anima was shitting on earlier is what makes this movie so fucking funny. And it is really enjoyable. You just got to lighten the fuck up and enjoy it.
I
mean,
did.
the whole fucking. I know you did. You lightened up and you laughed at even the jizz fucking joke. It's like, I like gross humor like that when it's done by people who know how to do it without being, gross. I mean, I didn't even get grossed out when he French kisses the fucking alien head mask. Like, he's making out with it at one point, grabbing its ass and shit. Oh my God, that was fucking funny. And I don't know what they're talking about because according to Google, and I don't know, let me check and see if they have it on IMDb too. Let me go to second page. That one of our favorite creature actors, Doug Jones. Yes, Doug Jones plays the hero alien. And I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? And I'm assuming it must be the alien that they end up killing that doesn't actually die and comes back and starts fucking them up. Because they've been dancing and making out with it and posing with it and shit. Like Weekend at Bernie's style.
Yeah, that's always one of those things that I've found weird in Hollywood terminology. If it's a main prop, it's a hero prop, even if it's for the bad guy. It's like, no.
Wait a minute. Do what, Sally? I think we're already friends.
I think she's making a joke because she commented under that picture.
Yeah, it's probably making fun of the fact that looks so different. It's a different person.
Maybe.
Uh-oh. My daughter's commented.
What's
She
she
goes,
saying?
she says, you look like a bud tender at a dispensary. Somebody who sells weed at the dispensary. So that's my daughter's 2 cents.
You looked like JD Gary in that photo.
Okay, so Keith just messaged me and said, Paul Dini asked me to hang out. I'm going to reply, everybody needs that black friend.
He messaged that before things started, so.
Should I write that to Keith? Every white guy needs a black friend. Go for it. Are you joking, Sally, or did somebody send you? Oh, okay. Send me their link so I can report them. That's a first. Nobody's ever been interested in copying me before.
I hate when people do that.
Hold on a second. I do have 2 accounts, by the way, Sally.
Yeah, but it sounds
So
like
it might
somebody's
be-
using the 80s picture to make a new account and sending friend requests. And you should
Well,
report that, definitely.
I will know it when she sends me the send it to me through Facebook, okay? Through Facebook. Okay, let me look.
She did. And Penny is here.
Okay, hold on. Let me go to Facebook over here. Hi, Penny.
We love you, Penny.
We do.
Someone want to play that video?
With someone, you mean me.
Uh-huh.
I could try to find it.
I know it's hard to believe, but we're doing a show without Martin here. It's weird.
Yeah, Gary doesn't have a Mexican he can undermine and make he'll do all the work.
No, it's really, I mean, he is somebody for whom I like to give shit. I like to give him a lot of shit. It's fun.
Yeah, I'd suggest giving him money instead, but.
Oh, shit. Somebody messaged me that I don't want to talk to.
Just get off of Facebook.
Yeah.
No, she said she sent me a message. I want to see this fucking account. I am not seeing any messages from you. Oh, there. Finally, it just loaded.
I'm not finding Penny's video. I'm sorry.
So I guess that question
that is definitely not me. It is a fake one. Check that shit out. Report profile.
So it's like Keith had a con or something.
What?
Oh, because he's mentioning Paul Dini wants to hang out with them.
Yeah, do not friend that person and definitely block them.
Yeah,
There we
I've
go.
had one or two cases where people pretend to be people I knew, and then basically they just start spamming everyone on my friends list.
My step grandma had that happen. Somebody made an account with her profile picture. Which is really weird because why would you pretend to be a sweet old Welsh lady?
Because it can possibly enable you to get access to other people's personal information that you can sell. That, and you can possibly try to pretend to be them to rob their bank account. There's all sorts of scummy shit people can do. Like, social media is a treasure trove for identity theft.
Yeah, I know.
Call
So,
support for your bank. Oh, a security question. What high school did you go to? Well, the Facebook profile says.
and I'm not going to block him because I want to make sure because I reported it already. I sent a message to him. I wrote these loving words: reported, phony, douche.
Nice. That's all there is to say.
All there is to say. My bro keeps getting hacked because he's stupid enough to open the link. Yeah, I've never been hacked, but crossing my fingers it never happens to me. That's because I don't use passwords. And outside North America, the film The Watch had its most successful run. Yeah, I'll get to that.
Most comedies don't tend to play anywhere else but their home country unless you get really lucky. Like something like Ghostbusters, maybe. Because humor is very colloquial. I think that's the word I want to use.
Yeah, it's sort of like people like just so you guys can understand this in this way, like people saying bitching. That's a colloquialism.
Oh, look who's here.
Hello, Andy. How are you, Andy?
Oh God, Gary. CERN got turned on. It created an evil twin.
Oh my God.
You don't use passwords. No, sir, I do not, Clay. I use passphrases that include numbers and wingdings if they're allowed. And like, I've never met anybody who can figure out what the fuck my passwords are because I use passphrases with numbers and the wingdings.
Well, a lot
I
of
do that
them just
sometimes.
use spammers. I mean, that's one of the reasons why if there's so many failed attempts, it just auto shuts down things in your account.
Yep.
Because they'll just spam.
I have made such complicated passphrases that I had to go through a process of getting a recovery done because I thought I remembered it. I didn't remember it correctly. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. Gary's most complicated password is 1, 2, 3, 4,
But it's spelled in Cyrillic. So
5.
Okay.
Okay, Anima got that joke. Okay. This is the guy, by the way, that was the writer of movies like The New Naked Gun, the guy that directed this, and oddly did not write it. He was just the director. It was written by fucking Seth Rogen, Evan Goldberg, and Jared Stern. And I still think it's fucking funny. I just don't like fucking Seth Rogen. I don't like his laugh. I don't like his voice. I don't like his face.
Well, I mean, he's just basically somehow became a very successful pothead, and the Hollywood establishment loves their golden boy.
He directed a TV series that I actually liked, and he did it in season 1 when his show was good. Sadly, he also worked on the 5th season, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It went to crap. The last 2 seasons were garbage. Totally woke DEI crap.
What I hate is that he was involved with producing The Boys, but there was another showrunner / producer who was actually made it good, but then he left after the first season. It just became Eric Kripke and Seth Rogen talking about how the current president is a supervillain. Which is so fucking stupid.
It's so old and tiresome. But he wrote and directed the new Naked Gun film, which I enjoyed. I think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson. I did not want to see that. It just did not look interesting to me. But I did enjoy, didn't think I would, the new Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie.
It just looked too ugly for me. I was like, no, this
I didn't like the animation, is what I didn't like. But I actually enjoyed the story. I thought it was funny. So this is a fucked up funny scene. First of all, we've already had the great moment here. I'll do it again real quick for you here, guys.
What is it? It looks like a toy. Whoa! What the fuck is that?
What's going on up here?
We got company.
What in the hell are you people doing in my yard?
Hi. Sorry, we're the neighborhood watch. We were just out on a nightly patrol. How you doing? I'm Evan Troutwood.
I got your neighborhood watch right here, sweet lips.
All right. Fucking love.
I love that he calls him Sweet Lips.
Oh, he says a couple of fucking nasty things.
Oh, yeah. I know.
He says one to him, and he says another to Vince Vaughn about cock mouth or cock breath or whatever the fuck he said. Let's see. I assume those porn actor name generators were phishing attempts for hackers since they asked for your first pet name and street name. Yeah, I don't like those things. Fuck that.
Yeah,
These
any of those.
Its largest. What? Go ahead.
Oh, any of those. Like, we know those. What character are you in what series? And ask to have access to your Facebook profile. Those are fucking phishing.
Oh, it gets even stupider when they just post, I need a name for a gray cat that is not smoky. Or shit like that. Yeah, stay away from
that. These countries also represented its largest total grosses. Okay. I just use a strong 16-character password stored in a password manager.
That's what I do a lot of the time.
They were popular on Facebook a year or two ago, kept some of them being shared games. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It fell into that trap, will they, won't they? And then they did. And it was like, man. Roger Ebert awarded the film, stating that the film,
we don't care what he says.
Harry Potter 69. The Hollywood Reporter, Sherry Linden. Yeah, okay.
I think it's a tired cliche now to do the whole will they, won't they. It's like an instant drama machine. It's really cheap writing.
Yep. We're frustrated right now with what is that show called? Monarch.
The Godzilla one, right?
Yeah, Monarch. Anima, you're part of this conversation.
Yeah. Hold on.
Monarch. We've been okay. Let me know when you're ready to talk, and we can talk about it.
Well, what do you need from me? The full name of the show, or what?
No, interaction. Something. Interact with me.
Yeah, I'm
about
here.
the show. So basically, we've been watching the show Monarch,
They're doing weird shit.
and they do this really bad writing thing for drama, where it's fake drama that nobody would do in real life. And what's so funny is we got about a little over halfway, and I saw something, and I went, "Oh my god, they're going to kill that character." And
The beginning of
they
the
did.
episode gives it away already because it's so centered on him. And that's usually a
So
sign.
centered on him. And his character, he's an adult fucking man and is probably in his 40s at this point, his character. And he's got a problem because they found his missing mother. Okay. And she's still the same age she was when she went missing, because for her it's only been a couple of weeks, while it's been like 70 fucking years for everybody else. Kurt Russell plays a character who also had some issues with aging, and because of the going into the underneath world, or forget what they call it in the Godzillaverse.
Wasn't it like the
Monster.
Hollow Earth thing? Like
Yeah.
the weird shit with the
Yeah.
Kongs.
So time is slowed. There's a whole dilation thing, and so basically he's supposed to be 100 years old, but he's like only in his like late 60s, early 70s, like he is in real life. And of course, son Wyatt plays the younger version of him in the past, which I like. But I think we're pretty much done with that now, it seems.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I like his son. I hope he gets to actually do some things instead of just random thing in like a Black Mirror episode. And
Dead air.
God knows better than freaking Jack Quaid. Jack Quaid isn't just going, nah, you are nothing like your dad.
Oh shit.
His internet died.
Or his computer froze. It does that sometimes. It's just unfortunate when it happens during the show, but he should be back soon-ish. Him and the
Wonderful.
slideshow. Fuck, I should have checked where we are at in the slideshow.
Let's see, we started about 22 minutes in, so
Yeah, but we
give
pause it a lot.
maybe about 40 minutes in. Yep, he's just messaged me, lost internet. So, yeah, restart it just in case he can't get back.
I'm already on it.
Dun,
Oh,
dun,
he's
dun,
back.
dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, so I jumped to about 40 minutes.
Yeah, so how a scale of 1 to 10, how you'd rate this film?
A 7. It's fun, but I really don't like Ben Stiller, and the British dude annoyed the shit out of me. Are you coming back on stage, Gary?
I
Yeah,
think
once I
he's
got
just
that thing
fucking.
done, I
Oh,
was getting
there we
it
go.
set up. I was producing from behind the scenes, getting things ready.
Oh,
I
That's
lost
just
connection, and I went and I looked. I didn't lose internet. Something happened with StreamYard,
oh yeah, it does that sometimes.
because I went and I did a speed test, and I was like no, why the fuck is it doing that? StreamYard became a cunt. It happens.
Yep.
The Hollywood Reporter, yeah, I don't care. backbone and almost no punch.
Yeah, in case you haven't noticed, we give a shit about paid critics.
Yeah, I'm not giving them like any attention. Fuck them. I think I've seen this movie, but I was definitely stoned. I don't like Ben Stiller. Yeah, he's got one of those faces you kind of want to punch. It's so ironic that he is the son of Mira, you know, and fucking I just forgot his first name.
Jerry Stiller.
Yeah,
Jerry Stiller. Fucking love both of them, man.
He will always be Arthur for me. What an iconic role.
Well, look, he was also Costanza's dad on Seinfeld. Fucking funny. The guy is just comedy gold. And I'm like, Ben, not that funny to me.
No, I actually think Ben did better when he was trying to be like semi-serious actor, like in Zero Effect.
Look, I like Zero Effect. I like the movie something Midnight, where he's a drug addict.
After Midnight, I think it was called something like that.
No, it's Permanent Midnight, and it's a good book, and it's also a good film about addiction. And
that's where he plays the Alf guy, right?
Yeah, the guy that was one of the writers on Alf. Yeah, and they had to change it for the movie. And in the book, it's Alf. You need the Armageddon Peter Storm. Oh, I fucking love Peter Stormare.
I thought you haven't watched it, Gambit.
Yeah. Yeah, look, man, they used to do these comedy shorts on NBC. They were shown on NBC, and they were fucking funny. You would see them like late at night, like after the Tonight Show or after Saturday Night Live. Like instead of a commercial, you get these shorts. It was fucking wild. I loved them. I miss old TV. Iode's brand of comedy doesn't seem to just be awkward and nervous. It's good in the IT crowd. For me, though, the Irish guy is the reason I watch that show. He's the funny one. And the girl, too. I thought she was hilarious.
Yeah, he didn't have that shtick when he did a Dark Place, which is just about being a bad actor, which is great.
I also like the character that Jonah plays in this because he's half like mentally retarded and half absolutely psychotic.
That's a good combination for a comedy.
It's such a weird mix, but it worked. And he's funny as shit in this. Like when he yells at his mom, and then when they're leaving the bedroom, he whispers to her, "I'm sorry, Mom. I was just trying to look important to my friends. I love you. I love you with all my heart." And then leaves and apologizes. She fucking kisses him.
Yeah, he is such a weirdo. Still living with his mom, having that
but it's funny
collection and shit.
I predicted that this guy was an alien. The kid that's trying to fuck his daughter, who, by the way, is Anima caught this one.
Erin Moriarty.
Yeah, it's Erin Moriarty
from The Boys.
The one who had the fat strap removed from her face. She's
the buckle
so
fat.
Weird,
yeah, she looks so weird now. What was that?
Did you say something, Shinatsky?
No. Last I heard was buckle fat from the face.
The movie has, it does have that feel of like a Ghostbusters movie. I'll say that too.
Yeah, from what I remember of this, it was like it was trying to go Ghostbusters or Men in Black, that type of thing.
Which is fine. Because, it's a fun genre. The buddy fucking action comedy with things that are abnormal. They did it with Men in Black. They did it with that. They did it in another film that didn't work as well, but I still like the movie, with David Duchovny.
Evolution.
Evolution. I like that fucking movie. I do.
That was a fun little one. I
it-
did like that they actually use they're based on this thing in physics. This is poisonous to us. And they just went down the periodic table and they figured out it was poisonous to them. It turned out it was
Oh wait, what's this? What is this?
hair cleaners.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I thought that was kind of actually clever and amusing.
The only thing that bugged me is when the dude from Mad TV says, good googly moogly. I'm like, that's not the saying. It's good googa mooga from the South. The whole phrase is good googa mooga and chitlin switch.
Oh, really? I thought you would have a problem with him where he basically admits that like he kind of wants to bang his cheerleaders. That's why he's a teacher.
Well, no, because I actually understand it. That's why I didn't become a teacher. I warned my son, too, because he became a teacher. I said, we're horny, we're horny guys. And he damn near got in trouble for it.
That's bad, though. Actually, sometimes the worst are some of the girls, because if they get a crush on a teacher, oh god, that's like destroying people's lives several times over.
Yeah.
This doesn't happen very often. You'll get that one girl that's like, I'm going to have him. He's married. I don't care. I'm going to destroy his wife and make sure he loves me.
Yeah, I fucking hate that guy's name, Nakuti Gatwa. Fuck that guy. That's the dude, Reed, that I was talking about. Fucking love Chris O'Dowd, man. He did his own series that's based loosely on his own childhood and his imaginary friend. And he plays the imaginary friend to the kid in the TV series. Fucking fun show. I love that show. I got to get Anima to watch that with me. I love his fucked up family, Catholic family, Irish Catholic family. It's great entertainment. But I'm watching it for the second time because I caught this one online. So you've already seen it before. So you lied earlier, prick.
No, I think he's talking about a different one.
Oh, okay. I apologize. You're still a prick. You're still a prick, damn it.
It seems like he's watching it right now.
Oh, so he is watching it. So yeah, so I was right the first time. Still a prick, Gambit. Be a good dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue with that. I wouldn't argue with that at all. Been in an interesting. I've got a post that I did criticizing what's his name, Davies, for some of the shit he said.
Russell T.
And Russell T. Davies. And so been talking to people who aren't followers of mine, and it's been a good conversation with them, where we're talking about like one, I didn't like anything he did, and I'm like, I don't agree, because like the first season with Chris Eccleston was great. I fucking loved that, but we knew something was wrong when Chris Eccleston just quietly fucking refused to come back. Wasn't fired, and it was all Russell T. Davies, the problem.
Yeah, he was on a leash back then, which is what his worst impulses were kept in check, which is why it was actually
Reed. Good. Exactly. It's why. Reed, that's back when they had real management over at the BBC. Reed by nature, totally Orlando Jones. I fucking like that dude. He's funny as shit. I watched that show, but I didn't like where it was going. Sleepy Hollow, the TV series, and Orlando was in that. I think he plays a cop in that. And I tried sticking with it, and I just could not stick with the fucking writing.
That and like Grimm are like, it's a neat idea on paper, but there's not enough to sustain an entire series for ever like they want it to.
You need to have writers that know how to write dialogue. They have to be really good at this shit. Not these fucking buffoonish shit that you've seen over the
Amen.
last 15 years of writing faux drama. Nothing is more infuriating as a writer myself, seeing that kind of fucking writing being used. Like my favorite one was on Arrowverse. Like she gets upset because he finds out he has a kid. It's like, you didn't tell me. And he goes, what are you talking about? I just told you. He goes, but you didn't tell me first. That's not drama. They think it's
No.
drama, but it's not drama. That's bullshit. And it's stuff that, like in real life, if somebody pulled that shit and you go, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, who talks like that?
Let's see. I blame, was it West Wing guy, Aaron Sorkin? Because he's all
Yeah,
about like
Sorkin.
sounding fucking clever all the fucking time.
Yeah, he's like always being witty. It's like, man, you know, few people can pull that shit off. So fuck off with that.
That, and if every character's witty, no character's witty because they're all the same intelligence, you should have a dumb character, a really smart character. And then there's going to be conflict just between them two because
It's
the
just
smart
like on this
characters.
show. It's
Yep.
just like on this show right here. You got to have the fall guy.
Yeah. Like, case in point, if Anima was also an asshole like
What did
you,
you that for?
We'll never make it. No, yeah. If everybody is witty, it really is distracting to the story. If everybody's cracking wise, it's just vexing. It's no longer dialogue. It's snippets. That's not storytelling. And you know what I mean when I say snippets. You know,
yeah,
it's
they're looking.
clipping fucking jokes. You know, insert joke. And it's like, that's not dialogue.
No, I mean, if you want well done, that's witty. I mean, I always say just Clue. Because the actual plot for Clue is kind of ridiculous and stupid. The thing that sells it is everything everyone says together and the way those characters interact.
Okay, look, that movie is so ridiculous but I don't care for some reason.
Because the writing,
So
the
entertained
dialogue.
by the dialogue, the characters. Like nobody can say no like Tim Curry. When he you know, he tells, what's his name? Colonel Mustard tells him to do something. He goes, nah.
Nah.
No.
or just either things is like, I don't need your help to look ridiculous. And goes, of course you don't.
Of course you don't. And oh my God, what's her name that died? Oh, I fucking love her so much from the Mel Brooks movies. When she goes, the fire between my eyes, stabbing, that whole improvisational moment with her is so fucking funny. And oh my God, remember the maid in the movie?
Yeah, Yvette. Yeah.
Holy shit. She fucking looked like crap for over the last few years. Like, I don't know what happened to her. I mean, it's one thing to stop taking care of yourself. It's a whole other thing to actually actively destroy your body. Like, good God.
There's Aaron,
by the way. Yeah, there's Aaron. I paused it here because this is a good scene where she's at this party. She shouldn't have been there. She shouldn't be in that fucking bed. Why is she alone with him in a bedroom?
Yeah.
You know, that's just asking for trouble. But she's in there and she doesn't want it. He wants to force it. And dad walks in. And then one of the greatest moments in cinema history, the big fucking dad who can handle himself gets his ass handed to him by this kid. And when I remember
He
in the
throws
theater
him.
seeing this, when he throws him through the front door, I
That's when
leaned
you
over
know.
and I said, he's a fucking alien. That kid's an alien. Because that was crazy, putting him through that fucking front door. But again, you know, look, Orsi is terrible. Oh my God, I can't even get into it, man. I don't want to fucking shit because that's why we started doing this. Because all I will do is just shit on them. Orsi had some great fucking ideas, and Kurtzman fucked him over. Orsi was the fucking writer. Where is that? I just saw it and it got pulled down. There it is. Sleepy Hollow. I think that it might have been Orsi and Kurtzman's last project together. Orsi was what made the show good. And the minute he was diminished in the writing and Kurtzman fucked him over, Orsi disappeared and all the good shit was gone. And it was all just Kurtzman's garbage from that point forward. Fuck Kurtzman. Above the dialogue you're delivering. Arrow got long in the tooth. Look, I didn't want to watch it because it was Batman. It was Batman without Batman. They turned Arrow into Batman, and it was fucking annoying.
I mean, I found Arrow hilarious. I couldn't get past the first season because it's like I know exactly who this made for: gay men and women. Because what does he do every fucking like 20 minutes? I better exercise with my shirt off in a factory doing push-ups, and the camera's zoomed in on my chest, showing every single inch of my abs. Yep.
Man, you're descriptive, my friend.
I'm a writer, duh.
I mean, it's like really fucking gay the way you described it. Like,
yeah, that was very gay.
That
was
was
concerningly
the
gay,
joke.
Shanatsky.
I know it was the point, buddy. That's why I'm going with it.
The sweat following off of his body, glistening in the light,
hanging from his nipples.
Oh God, guys!
That have become rock hard from the chilly air, hitting his steaming butt. Okay, yeah, I know how to get
sparks going off of the factory as if it's a factory
I'm
that just
officially the
produces sparks.
ungayest thing here.
Sorkin's writing was already tiresome. Look, I'm going to tell you something about Sports Night. If I want to watch clever writing from semi-pretentious characters, I'll watch Frasier any day of the fucking week.
Oh, Frasier's great.
At least
Frasier is
Frasier
fucking
understood you take the air out of them constantly. That's what makes it funny.
The character doesn't. You mean the show? Yes. The show itself understood that the characters cannot understand that they're pretentious. That's part of the comedy. They're just what they are. And taking the steam out of them, or you know, what's the other term for that?
Wind out of the sails.
Taking a piss.
Yeah.
Taking a piss. Everybody's in on the joke. And that's why that show's so fucking great. Not to mention the actor that played the dad that's dead now. God, what a great fucking Irish American actor.
The dad and Daphne are perfect because they're the perfect contrast to them. Working class people, and the dad came from the working class, and the dad's up above them authority wise, so they can't just go, oh, we do the lower class. It's a constant reminder they're not really from elegance when you really break it down.
Exactly. But yeah, they're from a fucking beat cop. As a dad, they grew up not proper and rich. They just were snobs. But I want to pause for a second to talk about this scene, because this scene is where he's running from himself. This is basically his impression of Tom Cruise running from his gay thoughts, and which was shown on Family Guy. One of my favorite moments on that show. Why does Tom Cruise run around so much? And then cuts away and shows Tom Cruise running, going, "You can't catch me, gay thoughts." Funny as shit. So you see him get told out by Vince Vaughn's character, and he needed that because he's wound tight all the time, and he's got to be in control, in charge, and nobody go against anything he says. And he finds out that's not how the world fucking operates. If you want to be a leader, you have to be a leader. That's one of the things I learned in the military is I had to show guys why I got picked to be leader, why I was always in charge, because I get shit done and I don't fuck it up. And that's why, like, my guys liked one thing. I remember that made me laugh when they said it. It's like, what we like about you is you say yes, sir, to everything that officer told us to do, and then you turn around and you say to us, okay, this is how we're really going to do this. And then knowing, and we know that if it goes wrong, even though it won't, even though if it did go wrong, you would absolutely take the brunt of it and not let anybody else suffer for it. And that's how you are a leader. And he doesn't understand that as a character in this. Vince Vaughn's character, absolutely, for the shitheel he can be, is a better leader in the story because he has his eyes and mind on the right things. And
Also,
I think
he
it's
has an
kinda
awesome
cool.
man cave.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I'm not
Every
even
guy
a man,
wants
and I
something like
want
that.
that in my basement. I want that man cave.
Absolutely. I want a absolute movie theater style man cave that's wall to wall memorabilia with a big giant movie screen TV, and with little theater seats, 2 rows of
And a
theater seats.
good sound system.
Hmm.
I mean, if I had the resources for it, the man cave would be a lobby with all the memorabilia, everything else, and it'd be an actual movie theater, mini one.
Yeah. Yeah, if I wrote a review for this, and I used to write reviews for magazines and under the nom de plume, the couch potato critic, and it was a fun thing to do. I did it for 12 years, writing reviews for films, and the people enjoyed my reviews because I was writing reviews as an actual fan of movies, not being a pretentious cunt about it. And I remember my publisher, who I'm still friends with him too, Paul. He didn't like my review of one film that had Bill Paxton in it, of all things. And I think it was called The Last Supper, where a bunch of people believe, and it's sort of a play on that whole thing of supremacy. If you're a supreme person, that you have the right to murder. Hey, James. And by the way, Vinkman's girl is here.
Yep.
I saw her pop in.
Let's see. Roger Ebert gave it 2 out of 4 stars.
I had quite a few
Yeah, we
that
already
was
said we
mentioned
don't
by
care.
Gambit
Yeah.
earlier, and I don't give 2 shits.
That's why they made the joke in the first place. It's like, we don't give a shit. It's like, by the way, Roger Ebert gave it 2 out of 5.
My 10th grade teacher, then homeroom. I had a teacher that I fucking didn't like, that every one of my friends from school liked. And I'm like, why did you like him? Oh, he was such a good teacher. And he's the one, I've told you about him. He's the one who walked up and I was talking with Bennett Sumner at my locker after we took our exams. And he says, hey, there's no talking right now in the hall. You guys need to get going. I said, I'm just getting my things and putting some stuff away, and then we'll go. He didn't like the way I talked to him, because I talked to him like a human being, not somebody who was my fucking superior. And so he walked up to me. He says, what's your name? I said, it's Garrett Cassell. And he grabs one of my books out of my hand and opens it. And I snatched it back from him. I said, I just told you my name. And he says, let's go to the office. And I went, all right. So, and Bennett was like scurrying the fuck away. He didn't want to get involved with what was getting up here. But it was getting like going to be a fight, because I was ready to fight this guy. And we start walking through the office, and he beelines over to the guidance counselor office, which is locked. Nobody's in there. And he goes to unlock it and open the door. And he says to go in here. I said, I'm not going anywhere alone with you, man. That's a weird request. And he goes, that's not weird. I want to talk to you. And I said, you can talk to me in the main office, not going in there with you. And he looked at me and I said, I'm serious. I'm not going in there with you. And we never liked each other. 4 years of high school. I fucking hated that guy's guts. And he died just last year. And I feel bad that I just didn't like him and didn't care. Rolling Stones, yeah, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Peter Travers, fuck that guy. First day of class, I walked in, thought he was a fellow student. Oh, with that one, yeah, I get you. I didn't know this girl was a student teacher for our science class. Now I hit on her so bad, it was ridiculous, and found out she was a student teacher later, and that was awkward because things happened. Phipps praised Ione. He lends an unpredictable element to the group dynamic and to the film. It's the sort of performance that ought to be plucked for use. I think it's the most disposable character in the film until you get to the third act. He's really, if you stop and think about him, this just shows that guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Ione's character is a fucking device. He's not a character. That's what he is. He's a device that says funny things, but that's all he is. And only writers can fucking understand that. And that Phipps said that just shows that the guy doesn't understand writing.
I thought he was just British.
Like, hey, is that guy gay? Well, he's British.
Same thing.
Actually, the joke is he's English. You know, you don't say British. He's English. He's English. It's like, does it really make a difference?
The guy in this movie?
Yeah. Oh no, we're talking about Englishmen in general. It's like,
yeah, but
do you think he's gay? Well, he's English.
In that interview that we watched, he sounded gay.
I wouldn't be surprised if he is or isn't.
He came across as gay.
I mean, it's nobody's business but his
no.
own. Did anyone else catch those episodes of Hercules where Orsi, Kurtzman, okay, I'm going to tell you something from personal, first-hand experience from working for Josh Becker, who was one of the directors on that show. He told me Kurtzman was the biggest idiot he ever met, and he failed upward because people would leave and he'd be there. And that's why he did anything with those shows at all. It had staying power because he took the bullshit and kept taking while other people would just fucking leave. They'd either quit or get fired. And well, there's Orsi. I mean, not Orsi, I'm sorry, Kurtzman. Orsi's actually a good writer. Orsi's idea for Star Trek Discovery was so fucking on spot for Star Trek.
Don't you mean Fuller?
What's that?
Don't you mean Fuller? Because Brian Fuller was the original.
Or Orsi? I thought it was Orsi.
Fuller was the original,
right.
And then Kurtzman took over.
Stop. You're right. I stand corrected.
Oh.
I conflate the two.
Anima, note the time. Clip that. Gary admitted he was wrong about something.
Nah, come on. But yeah, the way Kurtzman talks about Star Trek tells you he's an idiot because he's completely not understanding what Star Trek is about.
That speech he gave, it looks like he looked up science fiction speech and just hit copy and paste. It's like, science fiction isn't about the future, it's about today. Yeah, I haven't heard that from 15 different sci-fi authors. Alan fucking Moore, Neil Gaiman, insert popular writer here. Though usually it's actually more so about you're extrapolating things from the present. If X goes on, what's Y gonna be?
He co-wrote, which the other name, the first name is the main writer. Seth Rogen just sort of helped. He was probably there to punch up jokes, make them gross.
Or sometimes it's literally just your name's on it because that helps sell it as something. So Seth Rogen's loved and associated with comedy, so his name will be on things that he has almost nothing to do with, just because that will get people who are producing looking at it. I fucking hate his name's associated with that.
Yeah, that must be the reason why what's his name is associated with Lioness Sheridan. to promote
Yeah.
the show, because that show is so bad. He didn't do writing on that.
One of the
Oh.
things I hate about Seth Rogen is his fucking laugh. His laugh sounds like, what it
God.
would sound like in my mind of what it would sound like to strangle a grizzly bear to death. It just fucking grotesque sounding laugh. And people are like, oh, that's fucking funny. I'm like, no, it's not. It's an annoying laugh. I laugh like Barney Rubble, for God's sakes, a beloved cartoon character. And I just laughed that way. And I never knew it till I was in the Army. And a soldier turned and looked at me one day that I served with. He goes, you know, you laugh like Barney Rubble. And I stopped and I looked at him and I don't know. And like later I heard it. I was laughing. I caught myself and went, like that. And I went, oh my God, I really laugh like Barney Rubble. Hey, Fred. Anyway, American British accent.
You know,
I
all
laugh
kinds of
like,
accents.
yeah. I laugh like if you've ever seen the Dead Allies Dungeons and Dragons skit, the way that like they laugh in that is how I tend to laugh.
Okay, another fuck up in this script because somebody wasn't really a good technical advisor. If you grab guns, you grab ammo.
Yeah, right.
Don't go out with just 6 to 12 shots or 15. Yeah, it's 15 in the mag, 1 in the pipe. You know, that you need more ammo than that. You don't know what you're up against.
Well, yeah, and I mean, was it most actual? If you get into a firefight, I would think it's what 9 bullets is the highest most firefights get to. But of course, you're not going against fucking aliens.
Yeah, and this one you don't know what kills them. It's like, what part of their body do I have to shoot? And of course, ironically, and I guarantee it's probably from Seth Rogen, where do they have to be shot, baby?
In the crotch.
Yeah,
that's where their brain is.
That's where their brain is. Yeah, in the dick.
And the other guy makes a great joke about it. He goes, "Hey, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that's where mine is." Yeah, Ioti, I would agree with you. Gay meter about 10 out of 10. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
What? No, I mean it's a good joke to do. It's like you go shoot him in the head. No, the other head.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
right.
little one. And then of course you got like a big dick, and then you go, I mean the big little one. That's brilliant. It's true. They do that in films a lot. You'll see that historically in film. Your greatest villains will have English accents. Star Wars fucking.
Or German.
Oh my God. My favorite is when great English actors play Germans.
Oh God.
And they always use Z as the.
That hurts my brain when they do that.
And it's like, that's not how a German says the.
Yeah, what was it? The cross-dresser comedian.
It was Zika. It's like they don't. No, wrong. You're not French. That's French. It's not German. Germans don't say the that way.
Oh yeah. Eddie Izzard had the funniest thing on that because he was talking about it's like, but it's always the one accent. It's never like Darth Vader's like scary. It's like it's he doesn't have a like. It's like yeah, I'm Lord Vader. He's the only one who's not British in the Empire in that movie, which is hilarious.
There was really a funny thing with Star Wars. By the way, I love the whole battery thing here, and it's charging this thing up, and he just pulls it off, and they're like freaking out. Oh my God, it's fully charged. Oh my God, he just yanks it off and goes. It's like they were making such a big deal. We got to get out of here.
I really like the fight between Vince and the dude that wants to bang his daughter when he finally pulls his dick off, and then he says, "It's not that big. I did it with one hand." That one cracked me up.
Oh. Yeah, the play British, I guess just because of the Revolutionary War. Like, we still have this thing of England being the bad guys, even though we're allied with them now.
Who?
Oh, the reason the British are bad guys probably just because it's still the Revolutionary War. Like, we still associate them as being bad, even though we're allied with Britain now.
Well, we had some trouble there, but I think we pulled a knot out of their ass. That Starmer's got to go. He's an absolute communist, and he's destroying that country. My favorite, Mike, is always the one actor who commits to an eccentric when everyone around him doesn't. Oh, that's like what's the German actor that we just watched in 2 movies that I worked with?
Heel.
And I can't think of it.
Was that his name?
Udo?
Udo Kier. Udo Kier.
Kier.
Udo Kier in the last film, which
You muted, Gary. There you go. Your sound cut out for a bit.
I didn't do anything.
That is one of the most sadistic things ever, though. It's like, yeah, we're going to make sure your child ends up disabled if you don't follow through.
Yeah, it's oh my god, the violence in that and the horror. It's horror.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about it on Tuesday. So, but I want to point out that Kier, Udo Kier is just like so over the top with his accent in that film, and I like that because he's a villain. My favorite bit is always the one actor who commits. Yeah, where's the next one? Let's move on.
I always liked Udo in Werewolf Women of the SS, that trailer. That's just so fucking hilarious.
Britannia quickly moving away from being a reliable ally. Absolutely. We basically, we didn't bully him, but everybody thought, Trump asking for help was us needing help. We don't need help. That was us going, you guys benefit from this. You better fucking step up. And when they said, no, we want no part in this, he let them know, then you get nothing from it. And then all of a sudden it was, whoa, no, you misunderstood us. And then all of a sudden they're helping. NATO.
I mean, all of our.
What I was going to talk about. I was bringing something up. Hold on. I want to go back because we were talking about English playing villains. It's like the funniest part of this with Star Wars was that you actually have an Englishman playing Darth Vader. Well, he's British. He's, as I recall, he's from Cornwall, Cornish.
Something like that, because
George Lucas made the comment, Darth Vader is not going to have a Cornish accent. And I don't know why he thought, because he thought he explained to Prowse that he was not going to be the voice of Darth Vader, that they're going to replace it later. Somehow Prowse didn't understand that. But he was like, no, I did not want that accent, a rural farmer accent for Darth Vader. Just not going to happen.
My favorite with that, though, is the guy that played Chewie actually says dialogue to Harrison Ford. And if you ever say, that's pretty funny, because he has like this very light voice. So it becomes hilarious.
I'm not following that old man. He'd be behind the mask. I'm not following that old man. I remember that. Like, you can actually see the stuff before they add the Wookiee voice. What's this? Actually, many pre-1914 Americans despised the classist British and French and saw the Germans as more progressive. The Jared Stern should have changed his mind and battled both of them, saying, no, we're making this one PG-13. There was a concerted propaganda effort by the British, French, and Belgians to demonize Germans. Look, what they did to Germany led after World War I led to World War. They created World War II, and we don't need to get into that. Yep, it has its history with the Yanks and the Brits, and one thing I will tell you about Americans, we love British women. It's a historical fact.
We don't love their teeth.
This final scene. I love this scene. That's kind of a misnomer, but we make fun of the British dental program. I mean, fuck, you know, you don't get a better poking in the ribs on that than you do from Austin Powers. Yeah, baby, yeah. I love the ending of this where they're back together again with the theme. I just this is just a fun movie where these guys are a bunch of fuck ups that end up saving the fucking world while everybody's unaware of what's happening. I like that. That's fun. I like the alien effects in this. I think the only weak spot with that is when you see the horde running at them down in the sub basement area. I thought it was hilarious that Costco was where they were going to set this invasion off at. Like Costco, everything under one roof, literally.
Yeah.
Bristol. Yeah, I know he's from the country. That was George Lucas's big issue with him. Prowse's accent is what I think when I hear Schwarzenegger. Yeah, exactly, because he's got a rural farmer's accent. And Germans would have trouble understanding him. Some Germans. Why not make a movie and then cater it to the teenage market? They do. This one was catered to us. And I kind of liked it. It was kind of dirty and geared towards adult humor. The film budget was 68 mil, and of course, it only brought in about 68 million globally. And it's not that good, but it absolutely made its money back in video on demand, home video, physical media. Still, in 2012, physical media was still doing really good.
Yeah, movies like that, that's just stuff you watch at home on your couch. You don't go to the movie theater for that.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I watched it in the theater, but I saw it in a second run theater. That's where the movie is on its way out. It's about to come out on DVD and Blu-ray. And so we went to the dollar theater, where it's actually like $3.50 to see a movie. And that's a way for the theaters to make some money and sell some concessions. And it was a nice little theater. Sadly, it went under here. And we had two of them. We had one on the north side of town and one on the south side. The north side one, they just tore down the whole shopping center, so it was gone, and put in a super Walmart in its place. And then the second one, they actually built the building, and it's not the first time this happened here in town either. Eventually, it went out of business and got bought by a megachurch. And like every closed theater in this town, that includes live venue buildings, are now fucking churches. They're mega churches. I think that's really odd.
What makes me sad is I almost look more fondly back on this film because it's, a little bit disappointing, but it's not like antagonistic towards the audience and is telling me to kill my Sarf.
Seth and his other partner messed it up because he wanted to push it further in 2008, and I would have. By the way, there's another movie I like that's really kind of in the same vein as this, is Pixels. I actually enjoyed that film.
Really?
Yeah, I learned a lot of Cockney because I have a close friend who's Cockney. And what's funny, because of his thick accent from the East End of London, is so thick that when he comes here to visit, if I'm with him, I'm his translator.
Yeah.
And it's really funny. Ricky Checker.
The thing that frustrating with Pixels, if you watch that original short film that they did for it, it's like, I didn't need this to be an Adam Sandler comedy. I needed this just to be a really cool invasion movie.
Yeah, that video games where, the characters from video games are being used as weapons to take over the world is such a weird concept.
Well, it's a case where the guy did the short, and then Hollywood just, this blew up on the internet. We better option. What's the story? Aliens using video games. $120 million. Go.
Absolutely. And by the way, I'll go ahead and share this real quick. Share screen. This is my mate, Ricky Checker, from the East End of London. And I did this portrait of his kids. Oh, it won't let me click on it. That's odd.
I added it.
Yeah, but I'm over on the page, and I'm trying to click on the profile picture. It won't let me. That's weird. But I did the portrait of his kids. He's a good dude. We've been friends for a long time. There he is with his wife. You just look at him and know he's British. Stiff up a little bit. Actually, he's from the East End. His line you should get very funny, dude. I got drunk with him quite a few times. And that's the portrait I did of his kids.
That's a nice one.
And he's a trucker. That's what he did for a living for years. And then he took over TruckNet UK. And TruckNet UK outlived TruckNet USA by 10 years. It shut down last year. Yeah, there we go. The real person, real friend of mine, good dude. Last night we spent together. We couldn't find anything to drink, so we grabbed a margarita mix and made margarita. We got drunk on that because it was already mixed with the alcohol. So all you had to do is add the ice and shit and salt. Yeah. We're going to have to come up with a new European pastry when we finally stop them for the second time, trying to take over Europe.
You mean croissant 2.0?
Croissant, yeah. Croissant 2.0.
Napoleon.
And it'll be a croissant with a middle finger.
Oh, fuck you.
Well, I don't want to see them lose their culture. That's the thing about Ireland and England and Great Britain, all of it. It's culture. Here in the U.S., we've got mixed cultures. It's just, we've got so many fucking cultures here. But I love countries that still have a culture, and to see them degrade that culture in order to try to turn them into a melting pot is like really frustrating. And I used to feel bad when I said this.
They're not trying to turn them into a melting pot. They're trying to Muslimize those countries. And that must be forbidden.
Muslims I don't have a problem with. Islam I have a problem with.
Yeah.
And Islam is the problem. And that's my problem.
The
I have a lot
extremists,
of
like
Muslim
always.
friends who I know are wonderful people. They're good, God-fearing people. And they have not the single interest in violence.
It's
But
Wahhabism. It's all these religious factions within it that have
it's
the whole
the
thing.
zealots.
Yeah.
It's the zealots.
Always.
It's always the zealots. And like there are a lot of zealots out there, but very rarely do you see them become belligerent like Islam can do. There was this one in Japan. Do you remember that? They're the ones who set off that toxic gas in the subway.
Armin Shiru, I think something like that was their name.
Something like that. I remember that was scary, man. Whew. I'm just right of Attila the Hun now. Yeah, politically.
By the way, I still find that hilarious with it. Western culture, we're expected to be ashamed of every bad thing we did in the past. Meanwhile, in China, and anyone who's related to Genghis Khan, memorial. Yeah, we fucking murdered God knows how many people, enslaved, cannibalized, all this shit, and it was awesome.
I love Shanatsky's rants. They're scary.
Yeah.
So here's this one. This is so right, Alpha, because a friend of mine was just fucking around, just having a conversation with me. He says, "Well, how conservative are you?" I said, "Well, I'll explain who I am and how I think. I am a Hubert Humphrey conservative. And if you know who Hubert Humphrey is, you'll understand that I'm actually a liberal. I'm a Hubert Humphrey Democrat. which doesn't fit with the Democratic Party anymore. We got pushed out. And I got pushed out to be conservative, but I'm not ever good. I'll tell you right now, man, I will never fucking be a Republican. I will say this, I'll admit it. Oh, Mephisto, hey buddy. Good night, my friend. Love you, man. Be safe.
Alpha, ask your question now.
Oh, Alpha, hold on. Meph, don't leave yet, because Alpha had a question for you. Alpha had a question, buddy. What was it about? I forgot.
I hope he's still here.
Did Dankula do a video on that one? I'll have to go to his, because I subbed to him. I fucking love that dude. I was cracking up laugh with the shit. The last month with him has been wild, especially with that fire and explosion. Shit, right across the street from him. Either way, they don't want to see their country go to waste for another 40 years. Where's it at, Alpha? Oh, there it is, right here. How is Goliath pronounced in Hebrew? And of course, you're not here on the show, so you'll have to spell it out phonetically, how you say it.
Yeah, that's what he wants to know anyway. How you spell it.
Because the way we say it, it's Goliath. And he wanted to know if it was actually like one round word. That's
there you go.
Specific way.
3 syllables.
There you go. So it is 3 syllables.
Goliath.
Thanks, Meph. Appreciate it,
Thank
buddy.
you.
Hey, man, go get some sleep, man. And thanks for answering his question. We appreciate that, buddy.
And thanks for stopping by.
But no, unfortunately, all civilizations eventually go through declines. It just seems that that's happening to a lot of places right now.
I like that word. I like that word, boobada. Boobada. Oh, hey, my
Boobada.
boobada. Yeah. So there. Reminds me of that. Oh, Ian McDermott, what's his? Said about Enoch Powell being misunderstood when playing him on stage. Well, one of the biggest misunderstandings I saw recently was fucking John Lithgow playing Roald Dahl. It's like, do you fucking even understand who this guy was?
No, but he's going to get awarded because he's exposing racism and anti-Semitism. I'm like, Roald Dahl hated everyone from what I can tell. Like, he was just a Miss Anders for humanity.
Oh my God, that's great. You know what's funny about that show? Alex Keaton was so fucking beloved. And that Hollywood couldn't understand that. Because they made him into this like absurd, annoying conservative. But the thing is he talked sense, and people fucking loved him. And they just can't fucking understand that. They don't understand people who have somewhat conservative views. And my conservative views are I always thought they were pretty mild. Because I always consider myself, a Catholic Democrat. Democrat, Hubert Humphrey.
You have to understand, Gary, it's basically akin to a religion, except one without forgiveness. So if you go away from the orthodoxy, you are just excommunicado.
Yeah. There are few churches that claim to be of Christian connection that I despise more than the Mormons. And, I don't usually tell people why. It's because I've watched Mormonism destroy 2 marriages, watched it happen. And I watched a situation where a woman that I really liked and cared about, she was one of my, I became very friendly with my newspaper clients when I was a newspaper boy as a kid. I delivered papers to them for years and got to really know them. And sometimes I would just come over and have tea with these old ladies, They tell me their stories. And I thought that was like the coolest thing. And my dad was like always proud of the fact that I engaged with people the way I did when I was younger. And older people, not just kids. I didn't like being around kids. I thought kids were boring. I get around older people, especially war veterans. I fucking love being around war veterans. And but this old lady, man, she was Mormon, and she topped herself one day, pills, because she was told that she was not going to be in that number that got to go to the promised land.
The planet Cobol.
And I'm like, the New Eden is what they call it. And it broke her because she had a relationship after her first husband died. And they said that because she had that relationship, she removed herself.
Meanwhile, hey, you should totally have polygamy. So have relationship with as many women you want. Women don't have relationships with any other guys.
It's just really, that's a negative religion. And I don't like that. I really don't. I voted for Jimmy Carter. My dad did too. My dad voted for Jimmy Carter.
One of the great tragedies of the universe is that Joseph Smith could only be lynched once.
I was, that was 76, right? So I would have been 12. I was 12. And I would have voted for him. My dad voted for him. I went to the inauguration. I have photos of it. I showed that photo to you, Danny. And I think I showed it on the show too, where I'm wearing my Washington, D.C. Redskins cap, and I'm holding up a peanut. That was there. I was there for the inauguration. And I stood within about 8 feet of Jimmy Carter. And we thought he was going to be the next greatest thing. One of the worst presidents in history.
Yep.
Just terrible. We knew it at the time. It was getting bad. Let's see. Let's get back to this. Oh, by the way, John, are you here? Is he here? I don't see him in the chat. But he leaves us a message. Is the watch keeping an eye on Gary's back door? Okay,
That's a milestone
John.
check, Gary.
That's a mild one.
Yeah.
Yeah, what they're saying in a very polite way is that was kind of lame.
It was mild.
And you were in
He's being kind.
absolutely the deepest.
Shit, Ma.
I don't like that language, but that's exactly what you're going to be in. And you, Jada, use the back door from now on, okay?
Hey, man, telling him to use the back door. That's bullshit. So, I didn't turn 18 until 88. So I had to vote for Bush. I did vote for Clinton. I actually voted for Reagan on his second go. That was my first time voting, was for a fucking Republican. Because my dad and we agreed. We were upset with Jimmy Carter and what Ted Kennedy and his ilk were doing. We saw the writing on the wall of shit coming. Al Gore. Speaking of Al Gore, man. Okay, so I was told that the new season For All Mankind is great, that they're back on track like they were in the first 2 seasons. And I'm like, okay, I'll give it a try. So I popped the first episode of the season on. And who's president of the United States in it? Al Gore. Who's going to go after whoever it was that stole this comet? Al Gore. We're going to find them. We'll find them and get them. And I'm just like, boop.
Yeah, okay.
Fuck you.
They're doing alternative history. Are they actually going to have Jeffrey Epstein behind everything?
Yeah, fuck. I don't know, man. Ronald D. Moore, man, he is fallen in my opinion.
It is what it is.
Blues was at inauguration, and I never. I always, all I had was my Class A's, and I'm like, man, I hope I don't get invited to a formal event. I don't have my dress blues. I didn't have any dress blues. I didn't even know at the time how to get them. Didn't find out till later. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do it now. Let's see. I will never turn down a Goonies video. Goddamn right. Neither will I. Do you have a 6-pack of Billy beer? I'm going to tell you one of my favorite things from back then was a little show called SCTV. And it had this guy on there. Oh, he was the second part of the Canadian Brothers.
The Rick Moranis, not the one that wasn't Rick Moranis, right?
Dave Thomas. Dave Thomas, just like the owner of Wendy's. And Dave did a short little Bob Hope special once on SCTV, and he sang this song that I have never forgotten. This is 1970s, and it's still locked away in this fucking brain. Thanks for the memories, for Begin and Sadat, for Hamilton and his pot, for Billy and his six-pack tinkling in a parking lot. Thanks a lot. I don't know why that song is stuck in my fucking head forever.
Because you're
But
weird.
that was the late 70s, man. That song gave you a general idea. And what's sad is because of what Jimmy Carter did, it got Anwar Sadat assassinated. I think that they pushed too fast and it got him killed. And it's fucking sad.
I mean,
Anwar Sadat was actually a very good leader.
I mean, failures with leadership, the fucking with South America, and that ended up leading to basically FARC getting created and the whole drug trade that resulted. Yeah.
Hey, Gambit, John doesn't need to guess. He knows his movies. So don't assume he's guessing.
Oh, well, we finished this. Is there anything else we need to cover about the watch other than this watch is ended?
Well, John's here, so I was going to play that video for him real quick. This one's for you, John. Let me find it here real quick. There we go. Got it. And John, for you, buddy.
What is it? It looks like a toy. Whoa. What the fuck is that?
What's going on up here?
We got company.
What in the hell are you people doing in my yard?
Hi. Sorry, we're the neighborhood watch. We were just out on a nightly patrol. How you doing? I'm Evan Troutwood.
I got your neighborhood watch right here, Sweet Lips.
Sweet Lips. His last movie. I'm so glad I got to meet him and talk to him.
Yeah, lucky you.
And that is all thanks to working for Dale Dye. I have officially worked for Dale Dye for 20 years. I started working for him in 2006. Hey, Connie's here. What's up, Connie? You don't have to talk to Shinatsky. You don't have to talk to Shinatsky. It's okay.
I love you too, Gary.
Hey,
Gary, I put the list in the chat again because I know you lost it when you got kicked. It looks different though because I copy pasted it. I didn't want to type all the names again.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Thank you. Hey there, don't forget tomorrow's my birthday. Well, then we better say it right now, my friend. Happy birthday to you, my friend. How old are you going to be, or can you say, or do you want to say? That's awesome. And it's so awesome. And I'm going to do something here for you. I do have a birthday song video. Hope it's still in here. Please
we have a
be still
birthday
in
video?
there.
And in the end, the hate you receive is equal to the hate that you make.
What? You're such a weirdo, Shen.
It's a joke on a Beatles song.
Ooh, which one do I? Okay, I'm going to get this one, Sander. I think you'll like this one. Here we go.
I sing better. Happy birthday to the bastard. Happy birthday to the bastard. Happy birthday to the bastard.
That's it. Happy birthday.
That's a good one.
And I got one more for you. And there it is. The really cool
like
things
that.
about that one is that the people who said that they had the copyright on that were told by a judge, no, you don't. You can't do that. No, that's removed. You no longer have any rights to that. You can't just claim every time somebody sings that in a video or in a movie. And they were doing that.
Yep, because they're fucking trolls. Because they made so much money off doing that. It's one of the things I really hate about how the copyright and patent system have gone. That you'll have people who will patent things not because they're planning to make them, but because they know other people will, and then they will fucking sue them.
Yeah, man. Oh, by the way, this is got this video security footage of Shanatsky at work this morning. So here you go, guys.
Aren't you supposed to be in the studio? We're on the air. Hey, back off, big man. That may work with the chicks, but not with me.
All right.
I
let's
have
get
no
out of here.
idea, and I don't want to.
Okay. So once again, man, happy birthday, man. I hope you have a good birthday. Anna and I will be on date night, but we will take a moment to think about you, okay? Happy birthday, dude. Glad to have you in our group.
Yep.
You were
we'd
born
love
in
you here.
71. Okay. So you are 7 years younger than me. So what's going up, kid? What's going on, kid? I could call you kid.
Hey, if he's kid to you, what am I?
Yeah, you're the kid I love. Will Jordan, aka the Critical Drinker, was working on the story for it. By the way, that was some fucking bullshit with what's his fucking name?
Don't even get started, Matt Jarbo. He's a fucking grifter before grifters.
First of all, I had to deal with him because when we were working with Mike, you know, with his online magazine and everything, he knew him, and Keith and I said, "You don't want to work with him. He bites every hand. He's got a history of biting every hand that fed him. He will eventually turn on you," and he did. And it was just, I was so glad not to have to deal with him anymore. And he's gone for like forever, and then suddenly he just pops up and goes after Critical Drinker.
Well, he thought the new audience was going to take over. He bet all his chips on that, and then
Yeah,
I mean, he would have had better luck with NFTs. That's all I'm going to say.
My thing about him, I don't want to say anything critical about him, other than he's a phony, and I don't like fake people, and he's crazy. I absolutely got that vibe talking to him that he's a complete fucking wacko. He's out of his fucking mind, narcissist.
With he wants to make movies, and yet with minimum resources, I've already made more film work than he has, and he probably than he ever will.
Yep. So that's it. When E. Clay Thompson says party's over, time to go, we got to get out of here. We've been over for like 23
Show's
minutes.
over.
But you just caught me with the birthday thing, and some of you guys showed up right at the end. But happy birthday. I do want to say bye to everybody. So let me see if this list works here. I got Gambit, Snorty, Alpha, Mike, Davey Dread. And I am going to get you a video, Davey. I would like to get a video for all you guys. So Anima, keep a list, and we're just going to start coming up with videos for everybody.
Dude, the whole show is just going to be hello videos then.
I like that though. Little clips here and there, because I think in movie. Okay, yeah. I think in movie.
You run that by Martin, okay? Let's see what he says.
Yeah. I'm saying in advance now.
Look, Martin has gone kicking and screaming on almost everything I do. So he'll be fine. He'll survive. it like
Gary,
he survived
that's
every other
because you
idea, man.
kick and scream at him.
That's not true. I love
Exactly.
Martin. And by the way, he is at the doctor today. That's why he wasn't here. And well, Anima and I miss him when he's not here. Just fucking. It feels like something's a little off when he's not here. And yes, I shit on him a lot, but I love him a lot. He knows that. So.
Well, he shits right
Anyway.
back. So
Oh yes, he does. Sometimes he says it in nonsensical Mexican ways. So
continue.
his Spanish mind trying to say things in English is hilarious. 11 Alpha, Mike, that's Comic Relief Crusader, Davey Dredd, E. Clay, Read by Nature, Slasher Fred, Sally Forth, Penny, Andy Morrow, Vakeman's Girl, let's see, James Jameson, of course, Meth, John Connie. Thanks for dropping in right at the last minute. It was good to see you. I'm glad you at least stopped by. You know, if you get a chance to, even if it's just late to the show, we appreciate it. Wade, too. Thanks, buddy.
At the last moment, yeah.
And of course, Sander, last one on the list. Happy birthday, buddy. I hope you have a good day, man. I hope tomorrow's a good day. Have a Guinness on us, please. And
yes.
we are going to get the hell out of here. Everybody have a good Saturday. And we will be doing yesterday's show on Tuesday. Dragged Across Concrete. Very good fucking movie. Brutal as fuck, but that's what I love about this guy. I mean, he is, like, to me, the new Taylor Sheridan for writing realistic action. I fucking love that. So, all right, we're the fuck out of here, guys. Happy Saturday. Have a good day, and we will see you on Montag. Adios, muchachos.
Good night.
And remember, kids, as they said on The Simpsons, Freemasons run the country. Bye.
You're fired. This episode is brought to you by the Freemasons. Learned our secret handshake. You can fool us all.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Matt Damon.